What's up, everybody? Big announcement. I am switching over to be full-time trader. That's right. I just gave notice at my job today, and I'm a happy camper. Happy camper. Full-time trading, here we come. All right. Let's take a look at what happened in the market today. August 26th. You can see up there left-hand corner. This is the futures market just closed about 12 minutes ago, and I took this snapshot. This is S&P 500 futures. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. Today was a down day. Kind of typical. Kind of typical when you see these run-ups, and then you get a day that has a down day. It's very, very common. Well, if you look at the far left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a little circle over there. I want you to take notice of that candlestick that I circled. Okay? So you basically have about 5 days back, you have a big pullback, then a couple, 2 or 3 up days there, and a little red candlestick, right? A pullback day. Okay, the next circle to the right of that one, you see about 4 or 5 days back, there's a big pullback, you get 2 up days, and what do you know? You get a red candlestick. Now let's look to the little circle to the right of that one. So we're just working our way up that green line, right, at the very top of the screen. You'll see from that circle, there was a pullback about a week before that, maybe 2 weeks. A bunch of pullback days all in red, and then a bunch of green days. And when you know, once it got to the top, what'd you get? You get a red candlestick. So it's not so much the number of days that transpire, it's when the trend ends, in this case an uptrend, okay? You'll get a little, or when the trend gets a little pause, you'll get this down day. Okay, now if we look at today, even though I didn't circle it, you can see yesterday was an all-time high, 4498. Okay, but you can see today, right? Look, it's the same exact pattern every time, guys. The 3 previous circles to the left are the same as today. You know, if you look at last week, you can see you had basically 2 or 3 down days. We get this run up, and what do you know? You get this red day. You get a red candlestick. Okay. Most of the time, what happens is a continuation of the uptrend, and things just keep going. Okay. There is a difference with this candlestick, though, and it's worth mentioning. This candlestick has almost no lower wick, like a really tiny lower wick, which means it almost closed at its low. Now, the low was 44.65. This closed at 44.70, so it's not at its low, but it's kind of close. So, we don't judge a market just on one candlestick, obviously, but this candlestick carries a slightly higher probability that tomorrow could be a down day. Okay? If you look below that, you can see momentum says we're still moving up. Below that, you got the Big Daddy forecast says, nope, we're going down. But I looked at those other candlesticks that I circled, that I talked about already, and they were the same way. Well, at least one of them said we were down. Yeah, 2 of them said we were down. Okay? So just because the Big Daddy forecast says it's going to go down doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go down, okay? There's certain criteria when that Big Daddy forecast carries more weight, a higher probability. We'll get into that some other time, okay? So for right now, tomorrow's, it's probably going to be an update, but I don't know that for sure. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to trade what's in front of me. If I see that there's a trade there, especially if tomorrow's a downish kind of day, then I might nibble on a few really small position on the E-micros, and we'll just take it from there. Okay. Near the bottom, you see the VIX. Yesterday was 16.79. Today, obviously, the VIX is going to be up. More volatility. Pricing was down. That's a pretty big move in the VIX, from 1679 to 1884. So pretty big move. Okay. And at the very bottom, you see divergence. Divergence continues, man. Okay, the divergence with the Dow Jones transportation continues. Yes, I still assert we will see a big, huge decline, call to crash, correction, whatever you want. There's going to be a big decline this fall, winter. I'm telling you, it's coming. All right, let's move on to the trade I made of the day. What trade did I do? Well, there it is in front of you. This was last night. 9:47 p.m. last night. I'm in Central Standard Time here in Texas. So this is the E-micro gold. Gold continues to be the place to trade, guys. It's not in the S&P 500. Hate to burst the bubbles of the peoples out there. Okay, but the gold is where the play is. Okay, you can see that we had three down days in a row. Okay, today wasn't a very big down day, but it's a significant day. Okay, actually at this point, this was last night, so actually the day was just getting started. So we'll look at how the gold ended, and that's important. Okay, so below, at this point to the far right, I should say, you see two yellow rectangles. I'm short 5 contracts. I'm up $70 for the day because I already traded a few contracts before this, and I was down $14 on this position. If you see the Big Daddy forecast in the middle of the screen with the square, yellow square, you can see it's clearly saying there's more down. There's more prices. Price is going to go down. Tomorrow's going to be down. Even the stochastic momentum is saying price is going to be down. Okay, so those are all positive signs if you happen to be on the short side. Okay, let's look at the next screenshot. Just a little bit later, like 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, you can see the market moved against me, right? Look to the far right. Now I got 10 contracts, right? 10 contracts. I'm down $32 on the position. I'm up $52 for the day. So I've lost a little profit, even though I haven't closed these positions. So it's not it's an unrealized loss. You understand the difference between realized and unrealized? So since the positions are open, I haven't really taken a loss. Follow me? But in any case, the market moved against me. Am I panicking? No, I'm not panicking. Okay, I'm not panicking because the research and analysis and everything's been put in, and I'm confident in the trade. That's important. Okay, next screenshot. Now look at the upper right hand corner. This is 1:22 in the morning. That's right, I'm up. That's the life of a trader, guys. Sometimes you got to be up. Sometimes you don't get the luxury of putting in a trailing stop because, well, you can't. So I had to wait on this one a little bit. Okay. E-micro gold, same 10 contracts, but you'll notice now, if you look to the far right, the position is closed, right? Our profit loss for the day is $259 so far, and the PL open is 0. It's because there's no open positions. It closed. Okay. Very nice. Okay, as far as the indicators go and the pricing, nothing much has changed. It's a daily chart, right? They're still showing tomorrow is going to be a down day. Beautiful thing. Let's look at the next screenshot. Now this is just like excuse me, just like a couple minutes later. Okay. So what did I do right here? Well, I'm short. If you look to the far right, I'm short 2 contracts. If you look in the middle of the screen, you'll see a limit order +2. That's right, not a trailing stop in this case, but a limit order. Normally that'd be a trailing stop. So why didn't I put a trailing stop in there? Well, if you look to the right of the screen, you can see my average price is 1787.8. The current price is 1787.6. I can't do a trailing stop with only 2 ticks. It was getting late. I wanted to go to bed. I kept the position really small. I want to just emphasize that again. Since it's going to be an overnight position, I'm going to bed. Got to do my thing. Okay, got to get some sleep. You know how it is. That's life. I took a really small position. 2 contracts is really small, especially since they're E-micros. I'll put a limit order where I thought the price would come down to. How did I know? Why, or should I say, why was I confident the price would come down? Because I did my research. I've been doing this a while. Okay. So there we are, 1:25 in the morning, 2 little contracts. I'm up $265 for the day. The position's only up $6. I only got a limit order. I can't put a trailing stop in there. I could put a stop loss, but I didn't. For those that are new traders, I highly recommend a stop loss. Or if you guys and gals want to know what I really should have done, I should have placed what's called one cancels the other. That's called an OCO order. We'll do that in the future. I'll talk about it. But if you don't know what it is, you can look it up. OCO, or one cancels the other. Okay? That's where I could have put a limit for profit and then a stop or stop loss to cover my butt on the loss side, which would have been the better type of order to put in. Okay? But here we go, 2 limit. Okay, let's do the next screenshot. Upper left-hand corner. This is the next morning, 8:32. I'm still working my day job. Okay? Because I just gave my 2 weeks notice today, so I'm still working the day job. 8:32 in the morning, right? Now look to the far right. The 2 contracts were closed overnight. Okay, it hit the limit. I made more money. Profit loss for that whole day and a half, whatever you want to call it, $337. Really nice. Nice, great trade. Gold is the place to be. Again for tomorrow. Okay. I think tomorrow is going to be a very small day. There's not going to be a lot in it, but there's a trade there. There could be a trade also in the S&P 500, maybe. If, like I said before, if it's there, I'll take it. Okay. But I want to mention really brief here. There are two other futures products that I'm taking a close look at. One is wheat. That's right. Did you ever think about trading wheat? People don't even know you can trade wheat. That's right. There's a future product called wheat. It's one of the grains that can be traded. Anyway, I occasionally trade the E mini wheats, the frosted mini wheats, baby. Okay, so that's the XW. If you want to know what symbol that is and you're on the TOS platform, just put a /XW and you'll see the E mini wheat contracts. And they're really fairly inexpensive, so they're really nice to trade. I don't trade them a lot, but occasionally when it looks good, I'll trade them. So there's a potential for a long side trade on the wheat contracts, and that product has kind of some weird trading hours. So I recommend you go to the CME Group website and look at the specs, look at the calendar, so you know when they trade. That opens up at 7 o'clock at night, and then reopens again. It has some interesting trading hours, but you can look at the trading hours. I'll probably take a small position tonight. I would just be one or two contracts on wheat futures. Okay. The other one I'm looking at is the euro dollar, but I'll be trading the E micro. That's called the M6E symbol. It's a /M6E on the TOS platform. So that is going to be the euro. Okay, the euro dollar. And on that one, if I trade it, it'll be a short side trade. Okay, so I hope you're getting. And if I trade those, the wheat and the euro, I'll definitely let you guys know, and I'll put it up tomorrow or whenever I trade it. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so I hope you're getting a feel right now that I don't limit myself to I only trade the S&P 500. I only trade crude oil. No. There's lots of opportunities out there. There are literally dozens, even hundreds, possibly, of futures products you can trade, okay? But realistically, it's probably about 20 to 30 futures products that are the ones that you can trade a lot, that have a lot of volume, okay? Now, there's also potential for some natural gas trading. I'm looking at it. It's not like I need to do a little more research. I'm not 100% confident on that yet, okay? So, but again, if that happens, I'll let you guys know. But for right now, I guarantee you I'm going to be trading gold, which I already took a short side position on that right near the close today for the E-micro gold. Okay. And I'll probably will take positions both on the wheat and the euro futures. It's our futures product on the currency. Okay. It's not Forex. Okay. I've traded Forex before, but I'm not trading. That's what I'm trading here. I'm trading the futures on the euro dollar currency. Okay. And that's it. If you guys don't mind, I really appreciate it. You subscribe. Okay. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that as well. Make sure you click that little bell to get notified of all the videos that I put them out. And we'll talk to y'all real soon again next time.